You do notice the like you get mucus and coughing, but like that's it. And it's not even aggressive coughing. I I have more aggressive coughing after a bowl than just COVID coughs.
The gift that keeps on giving, alright. Um, Trap was wanting to play Borrow Trauma, but
I don't have it on PC, only on Xbox.
um, Borrow Trauma?
Wait, what game are you saying?
He wanted to play Borrow Trauma, but he ain't said nothing, so I don't know where he's at.
Oh, okay, I thought you said Battlefront 2. My bad. My hearing is a bit gone because I just leave the radio blasting with music from YouTube to cover the sound of the tractor.
Elite Rifles, huh? Alright. Oh boy, is this map again.
Yeah, um, I'm not. I'm starting at the infantry spawn though. I'm not going to
This
be
map
joining
is
the rest
so.
of that.
This map could be overwhelming.
It will be fine. If you go to infantry spawn, you'll start on a road, and we basically just stay on the road.
Oh, the game crashed.
Yeah, the it's not just a youth thing. It's been happening during events when I've been playing with my regiment. Like I wasn't crashing out just because I dropped 2 grand over 2 grand into a modern PC computer.
Well, I do have a gaming computer. Um,
But like 3/4 of my regiment were kept lagging out because the server connection was just so shit. The devs need to
um,
start working on that. Um, it happened a week ago where we were trying to go play at this one event hosted by I think it was First New York, and they had a 300 server, but because the whoever owned the server admin didn't send, they were supposed to send Nitrado just a message so they can get received from a bot a code that allows them to upgrade, like update their server because there's an update they're supposed to do. They never did, and now no one can play on their server.
I see.
Oh, it
um,
was so bad, guy.
CSA or USA?
USA. I'm on the road heading towards the house. There's only one
Alright.
house.
Let me figure out where you're at first.
You'll notice it once you spawn at infantry spawn. You just follow the road, and you'll find it.
Yeah, I gotta find the regiment and all that kinky stuff.
You don't even bother. It doesn't matter about regiment stuff in this for this map. Like it does if you're going to join the rest of the infantry, but we're not.
That still doesn't mean much to me, but alright.
Well, it's because then it's like caring about what type of rifle you're using. When you're in a close quarter shit like this, if we don't have buck and ball, then it doesn't matter. If it's a 300 range, 500, or 1,000 range. Whereas
Uh,
out there, it matters.
you only really get certain ones anyway. This one doesn't have anything like 1,000.
No, I just chose the 500 one.
There's no buck and ball either. Yeah, why wouldn't you choose the 500 one? Am I right? Who wouldn't want more accuracy, right? Is that just me?
Yeah.
I think I'm a dummy. That's ready to fill the tummy. I want to hurry up with spawn. This spawn screen is kind of glitchy. The road looks like it's being covered with water, like it's underwater. It's kind of spooking me out. To be honest with you. Alright,
I'm the one doing drugs and you're the one who's sketching out.
Okay, no.
I love how that works.
Games are funny when they're all glitchy, my man. Is it B? Yeah, there it is. Right, I did the infantry spawn. Am I running through the corn now?
No, just follow the road and you'll eventually get to the house. You'll see it.
Okay, I see a bunch of people running out into the field. I wonder if they'll get shot.
The CSA have really dominant already this map.
Yeah, I can see. They're almost hitting the spawn.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even bother going arty this match. Yeah, they have an actual dedicated battery companies.
Our arteries already still standing. They're still going.
Why are you still aiming at the rock? There's gonna be no one there.
They got like 6 people over
Bring
here.
it more
What the
right.
hell?
More.
Oh, he
Alright,
can't. He can't
listen
get.
to him.
He can't
I
get around
can't really
the rock.
see through this stupid
Can't get
cannon
around
view.
this rock, so you can't turn the cannon anymore. If you want to turn the cannon more, we gotta push it up a little bit more.
Right,
Oh,
hold
I
it there.
see. Alright,
Yeah.
keep
I
pushing.
pulled a
keep
new
pushing.
moment. I panicked.
No, that'll be
and
good
hit
there.
F9.
Drop it there. Get your elevation sorted and fire it off. They're holding that position.
Alright, there we go. Oh, someone just
Yeah, I
fired case.
think.
You got friendlies and enemies at the house, so remember to press T if you're near
Probably
there.
tricky shooting
I'm
up a
spawning
hill.
at main now.
Right. I was watching the artillery.
Move it more right. Move it more
You're
right.
either
Watching them get their stuff together.
No, you don't need it more right. You're on the point with them. I've just checked.
Getting some of that good arty footage for YouTube.
Need to redo your elevation.
Sure.
How many yards?
Everyone likes big
Right, now
explodey
you can
cannons.
move it more right 'cause it's taking too
Oh
long.
yeah, everybody loves
All
big
pushing
black guns.
Where are we?
Like that.
First of all.
Right, get. Right, off the cannon.
Well,
just
unless
off
you have the
cannon now.
golden one, then you have a surprisingly
Oh,
large Asian one.
we gotta
Just
move the
remember
cannon
you
up a little bit more.
should
Get
align
off
the
that.
Move
Front
the
the
case,
cannon
move the
forward.
case.
with the
Fuck
back.
it, hell. I was standing off to the
Just a
side,
tish more so we can get around that
and
rock.
they're already just had to hit me directly, didn't they? I
It-
wasn't even.
it
I wasn't even.
Well,
They're a bit more
You're a
right.
prime target for them.
You see
You see
That's
that smoke?
a
You
prime
see that smoke? That's where
location.
I think that's where he wants.
But
us-
I
wants us
wasn't
to be.
standing in the arty. I was standing like off to the side somewhere.
Well, no, right. Move it right.
That's why it's a free
Somewhere
kill.
there's not those rocks.
Alright, place it down. I
That
need
don't
the
even make
elevation
sense.
right.
There's a whole group of them if they
Let's do
would
it.
aim
Kill them.
slightly to
Here
the
you go.
right.
Well, it was probably easier to do that. I don't know. I'm not the one who's
I'm
fucking
gonna check the
CSA already.
Move it left. Move
Go join CSA already and bitch to them. Just join their side. Why you fucking hit me? Could
Yeah,
hit all the fucking guys at the gun.
make it sound like I'm crying. I just wanted to play the game.
You gotta make sure you sound extra retarded, like Jim Bob era, like retarded, like
I
with
just
the Yoko
wanted
thing.
to play a game. Why not let me?
fuck. They own the house.
Oh boy. Damn, I already finally fired when I wasn't looking.
I'm in front of our already skirmishing at the house.
Right. I forgot, this game makes you reload when you spawn. There's just some... They finally took the shot.
I would advise you to
What's the
aim,
elevation?
to aim with.
So one of the jets says Arnold team kill and Mouth War says cry about it.
Please listen in. Through the trees there, our front, literally northwest. Up high, follow it left into the open area. We'll see
Ah,
a
I
load
see,
of cloud
I see.
smoke at the top. That
This
where
is like the
we
most.
find it.
This is like an interesting.
Where are we firing at?
So in this arty crew,
Literally
you got
the big
He
massive
just
gap
said
from where
the
road is
British
to
sounding
the
guy
road
trying to
right
give
there.
orders.
Yeah.
You got
Now
two
they're
people
open
that
for
sound like they're
takeoff.
from two other
Raise it up,
sides of the
raise it up.
country,
Raise cannon
and
up.
then you got
Alright.
someone that sounds
Yeah,
like he's
raise
like
Yeah, I
10
see,
years
I see
old.
the
There you
one of the
go.
flags.
Alright,
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it just
We'll tell you when to fire.
when you think about it, it just sounds so funny.
Do
Oh,
not
someone else tried to ram it.
do
Like
not
hearing all
look
these
at the
different
eyes, you are
voices
looking at the enemy, right?
coming
So you're
together
not
trying to
looking at the enemy, you're
coordinate.
looking at
Oh,
the-
shell
That's
loaded
it.
in there?
Drop.
Ah, there we go. Finally got it. Yeah,
That's
shell's
it.
going
Get
in.
your elevation.
There you go, boss. You got it. Hey, do you need to grab another cannon and man it, or what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
I'm just
take
sitting here.
someone else. I only need 3
Officer, do you want us to fire?
10-4.
Fire when you're ready.
Fire.
Alright, hold up.
Fire.
Hold up, don't fire yet, don't fire
Oh
yet.
wait, there's
I
two
need
of
to get
them.
the elevation.
You're going
Hopefully that should be
bit
good.
high.
It might be short. Alright,
Fire the cannon.
They're moving.
Yeah, hurry up with this shot, 'cause you're about to shoot friendlies if you don't.
Hurry, fire before friendlies. Fire.
Way too high.
That was
It
way
went-
too high. Bring that elevation down by about 50
I
yards.
Oh,
don't
but-
know what we're firing at though.
No, listen, it was not because of you, it was because the cannon hit the rock upon firing.
I feel like we need to move it more forward, or
Yeah, we need
Listen.
to move
forward
it
than
more.
rock.
If
There's
you
a-
aim it,
it's-
you have to
we're
align
covered
the
in
back
boulders.
of the cannon with the
You
front
I
tip.
turn and go
And
the
then aim
opposite
that
way,
at where
we're
you
gonna
wanna
turn
hit.
it we're gonna turn it towards the road so we can have no boulders.
May I have a try at
Turning
aiming?
it.
I'll tell you when
That's
we're
it,
good.
that's it. Drop.
Oh, this is fascinating.
Yeah, we're good now. There's no boulders in the way.
This is fascinating me. It's like
Grab
I'm
shells, grab
watching.
the
I'm
shells.
watching.
Guys, the fucking
I'm
cannons
watching them
can-
grow.
Yep, someone re-pick up the cannon, turn it left a bit more.
They're
It's just
learning.
Redirected.
I got the shell. Be
They're
careful.
learning, Chief. We're so proud.
Now let me pick it up.
Oh, the
Go
CSA's
further
up on the
back.
hill, aren't they?
Maybe you can't aim when someone's on it?
No,
They
no.
should be
I know.
able to.
I know you
Is
can.
it already loaded?
I don't think so.
Watch out.
I don't
Just
quite
these
see
rocks are
Someone
so
sponge
fucking
it. No, it
annoying.
needs sponging then.
All
Yeah,
that smoke in
crush
front,
those
is
rocks.
that enemy?
Stupid bull.
I'm trying to
Let
load
me.
it, but it doesn't show it.
Yeah, because
Sure.
it needs sponging. And then you
Or-
load
We,
it.
we
Someone
can't
sponge
get
it.
to, we can't sponge it
All that
because
smoke
it's
in front
full.
is all
Then
enemy.
move up onto the wheels, grab the wheels, and pull it back.
Because I believe there's also friendly up there.
Right, leave it there, leave it there. You should be able to get it now.
Stop.
Yeah, I think it was already sponged.
Right, that is friendlies down at the bottom part of the hill in the muddy
Alright,
field.
I can pick it
Enemies
up
at the
and aim.
top
Left or right?
at their artillery, so you want to be
Already
aiming for
reloaded.
their artillery now.
Got it.
Actually, yeah, you should
Oh,
check to
oh,
see if
wait.
you can prime the gun first.
Chief.
Did you
Then
drop
what-
it?
You see, say the ones on the
Someone take charge,
on
also
the
check up the
rock,
cannon.
No.
the rock
Let's
fence.
see. Stay at the artillery all the way on top.
Careful.
You guys been actually hitting shit.
That good there, Pickles?
Yeah, for now. We might have to move it back
Yeah,
a little because
yeah.
now the trees and another annoying
Whereabouts
spot.
are you trying to aim for these guys?
Got shell loaded. in
They're
there,
right up.
Pickles.
Yeah,
Shell
no, you
is
want to aim
loaded.
more right a bit, coming
No, no,
down
no,
the
it's,
hill.
it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. That's friendlies though.
No, that's enemies coming down the hill.
Well, either way, I'm aiming at an enemy regiment right now. So.
I only see one guy with a flag on that left side that you're aiming at. Now two.
Watch for fire.
Ooh, I saw red
Punch
mist.
it.
This is a good shot.
Punch it. Push it up.
You got two guys down there.
Get a shell loaded.
Yeah, so our two boys, our two regiment flags are pulling back.
Roll it a
Yeah,
bit
one
forward.
down
One
there.
on one. What's going on? Talk to me.
There are rebs on top of that hill, a whole regiment. I, see
them.
one
Let's
flag.
see if I
Yeah,
can
so
turn it.
they're entering the mud field. Start focusing on that. They're on
Yeah.
that stone wall.
Someone pick up
Alright.
the tail spike.
Our
Yeah,
boys
they're
are
on-
pulling
Okay.
Tail
back.
back, sorry.
Oh, spike.
I was asking you if that was
Press you got
CSA
points
up
of
on the
contact,
rock
which are our
fence.
flags in that open field. Use that as your point of contact.
Press T. It should have
Where
an
were we
arrow.
firing at?
At
Oh, I
the
see
hill
it,
where
I
all
see
the
it.
friendly.
gunshots.
Yeah,
They're
They're
too
like
high,
directly
Momo.
ahead of our drop flag,
You
aren't
gotta be
they?
close enough.
Yeah.
to
Yep,
see.
yep, pretty much
So
right
be
there.
careful.
Well,
you do not
then
want
shoot
to
anyways,
They're
and if it's
moving,
friendly,
they're
say
moving,
sorry.
they're
Might I
moving.
check your
Right,
location?
yeah.
That's
Might
what I
fire?
do.
I can't spawn, I can't
Don't
ram or
move the
anything,
trail
so.
spike. We need to move
But
the
I don't
cannon
feel like
left.
typing to
Is this
nobody.
the only cannon we
Tell
got?
us when to fire
No,
officer.
No,
No,
there's
there's
double
one
lemons from
further up.
There's two
Okay,
cannons.
so-
You're,
Yeah,
you're
tell
such
us when
a
to fire,
real lazy
officer.
guy. I swear.
Ooh, that was another good hit by them.
Yeah, some of you are
Yeah,
gonna have to
no,
start
I'm
going
not.
infantry guys.
Momo,
there's
may I
too
have a
many
check at your
R2s.
Officer,
elevation?
tell us when to fire.
Because I
You
I
can
know how to
literally
hit them.
fire
Yeah,
at
even
will,
I
my guy.
said sorry
Oh,
when I
fire at
TK
will.
the fucking
Yeah,
admin.
you don't have to wait
Elevation.
for
I was
them.
like, oh,
He's just
shit.
gonna help
No,
us
not a
sight it
number.
in
Let me-
and
my
sight
check.
enemies. You prime the cannon, or do we have to finagle around with the rocks?
It's I can't prime
I
it.
just don't feel like putting up with people
Fire
that
not
do
loaded?
shit, so
Let me check.
Trying to load.
No, you're
I'm
aimed too
not-
high.
Most of them don't.
I'm maxed out on
Too many
bullshit.
guys on already. I'm gonna go infantry.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Most of the time they don't. They use flash
It's
rifles
aimed
or
now.
rifle
It's
guns
aimed.
as an
It's aimed
accident.
right for them.
Unless they take it any further. Just
Needs to
ignore
be
it.
loaded.
If they try to TK you, just tell me and
You
I
even
can
got
get
a round
banned.
in there.
I know
Not
one of the
loaded.
admins and I'm friend with someone who has
Not
admin
loaded.
power,
There's
so
no round.
Fucking
They're
hell.
getting a lot closer with the artillery.
That
I
fucking already
aimed it
aimed for me
already.
again.
I can't put a
Bloody
shell
hell.
in.
It should need sponging.
I was the only
We
one.
can't sponge it either. Or prime the cannon, so.
Right, so it's either sponged
that you running
or
on
there's
the
a
road
round
bed?
already in it.
No.
Extra
No,
fresh.
there's no
There's
round
no
in it.
round in it.
Right, so it needs sponging then.
But we can't
No,
sponge
I
it.
was by the
Yeah,
fence.
so you
we're
might be a
already,
bit too close to the cannon. You need to be a set
We're all at by.
sort of mark away
like
from it.
behind
I'll aim
them.
it
I've
again,
tried
don't worry.
everything.
Okay,
And
you're behind
Right
the
now.
line.
Instead of being on the right of them, looking at
Now
them
I can.
by the tree, I was on the left on the road, hiding behind a rock and aiming. And then it fucking shelled me. It's like you could have just aimed a little to the left, you know? Why? I'm not doing anything. I don't think that arty team, the CSA, might not be as good as you think they are.
I didn't say all of them were. They had a few guys that were dedicated to arty regiments.
Alright, relax. It's a joke.
Like when you see the GA, the 20th. Hold on. Scroll down. So when you see shit like the 20th GA or the PVI and the BAT A, like those are arty regiments. Not the first Delaware guy, but the BAT and the PVI shit.
Yeah,
That's little.
Like
that's
those
little.
are
That's where we're-
dedicated arty people.
Oh, we're out there moving again.
Like I have a friend who's friends with an
Alright,
admin,
they're
so he has
moving.
admin powers. He does it.
Yeah, they're
He
moving
has
down.
it so he can help with dealing with any trolls when the guy isn't here.
Follow them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people just trash him down because he's Vietnamese, or just the simple fact that he's arty. Yet, like I was a flag bearer for a regiment of the officer just getting completely fucked by him, and the guy's just panicking because he doesn't know what to do. And it's like, I told you, man. Like, you don't want to be here. He's fucking hitting you. He's like, no, we're fine, we're fine. And it's like, guy, we're dying all around us, and how me, the flag bearer, is not dead. Like, it's what's amazing me. Everyone around me was dying, just not me. Like, it was funny.
He'll be missing a leg and be like, it's just a flesh wound.
For real, so like, it's just pretty insane how fucking dedicated and deadly some people can be with arty. Like, I'm decent depending on the map and shit, but, like, he can hit anything.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Takes some good practice, don't it?
It does, yeah. For some of the maps, you don't even need practice. You just need to point and aim. Just know how to aim the fucking cannon.
Oh boy.
Not use the numbers. Just get to where it's aiming and make sure it's pointing at the target, not high up in the sky, not down to the fucking ground of China. Straight. And then from that, you can learn how to do it better.
I just accidentally ran into the whole CSA flank.
Yo, there you go.
They're all lined up on the fence.
You're worthy of Preacher's regiment.
Well, I just shot one of them, so. One of them seen me. I didn't realize what it was till he started aiming because it's dark.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Well, I always did find it fun running around, staying alive, missing, skirmishing.
Do you watch Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit? That type of stuff?
I barely remember the Lord of the Rings, but yeah, I've seen it a bit. Did I get him? Oh, I got him.
Yo, good shot.
Yeah, I shot him through a layer of fence. I did it on purpose too, because I couldn't aim through it. You know, you can't shoot through wood, so I aimed through the gap. As he was running at an angle, he was running at a.
Yeah, see, that's hard to do while they're running on the side like that for me.
Yeah, he wasn't just running from left to right or whatever. He was running straight, but at a slight angle. So I don't know if that's a harder shot or not, but
Well, still, when they're doing angles like that, like if they're stationary at a far ass distance, I can fucking peg them. But when they're moving like that, it's like
things
it's a
become
bitch.
a lot more complicated. I understand.
It's easier when you have a mag because you can waste 5 rounds tracing your shots.
A mag? Magnum? Oh, that is not. That is Confederate. Oh boy.
Dead right there.
I had 3 dudes rushing up playing rap music, yelling profanities. It had shot that ganged up on me. That was not what I wanted to hear. I did. I got confused for a second. It's hard for me to tell. Everything's kind of dark.
Got to the house.
body blocking me.
Boys,
Damn.
just knocked that Georgia flag on the ground. Good job, gentlemen. Good job.
Damn, she's only 12. They're pretty cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
sorry.
Touch
skull.
my body.
Here they come.
Kill a deer.
Where'd my jazz music go?
They're basically like
Get down.
they basically like furries.
They can make an anti-random
I'm always expecting something funny to
I feel
happen.
like we're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think we're really bringing everybody together.
Northwest.
The spawner.
Yeah, let's go hide somewhere. We're getting way too damn close.
Let's make
Keep
out.
shooting, boys. Keep shooting.
Oh, it's
There's the
fine.
northwest.
I think we need to fall further back. Actually, maybe not.
Alcoholic, are you interested
Maybe.
in joining a regiment? How about you, Slime?
Hey, you get out back here.
Hold fire!
Who said my name? So it's slime.
Hold
fire, hold fire.
Listen up! Hold shots! Hold shots! Trigger this.
Are you interested in
Come
joining
on,
a
Hold
regiment?
shot, hold
We're
shot.
about to get on their flank and fuck them
This
from the
guy's
side.
saying hold
your
fire,
fire.
but-
Get ready, get on the flank. Who's ready
It
to fuck
looks
me?
like
Thumbs up.
they're being
Oh
put.
boy, they're
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Get the fuck out my way!
We're moving out.
Alright, we're moving.
So confused. Sean, is that you?
I am.
Oh, it's Seth. What the fuck shot me?
Yeah, Arman.
Big mute on her, yeah, sure.
Is there an officer here or are they all dead?
I'm dead. Keep it out of gunfight, gentlemen. Keep it out of
The
gunfight.
officer's
They're all
dead, so-
murderized.
Alright, let's fall back, buglers.
Keep it up, boys. Keep shooting. Keep
Shooting!
shooting. Keep shooting into the woods.
Can't hear shit.
Okay, now.
Have faith, boys. Have faith. Keep shooting.
It's like some of the people never heard of a volume
You are the hero. Thank you. You'll get a blue job now?
I don't think we're gonna make it, guys.
Keep it up, Union. Keep it up.
You don't even have a
Officer,
weapon.
do you want me to tell them to hold fire or independent fire?
Taking losses.
On here, whose name is
He must be at Hardison.
Let's do it, gentlemen.
He's the part to flank.
Hey, you guys drop your flag.
They're gonna flank you. They're gonna flank you.
Cindy, drop your flag.
Good job. Good
Never
job.
mind.
God damn it, hateful. Always with the flag.
Who's gonna win the Super Bowl? Who knows?
There's this Canadian YouTuber who had this German intern student for some time, and the whole time his name on the show was not G.A. Jared,
Behind you,
and
you
they
little
left it
shit.
left for
Kill
years
him.
the biggest
I won't die.
lottery debate if he's gay or not.
I don't know what the hell your stats are.
Dude, this commander just got everyone here killed. In my humble opinion. I don't know. This guy was screaming at the top of his voice. And there was a line
Okay, it was
of...
Kobe. It was Kobe. All you had to say was screaming. It was Kobe.
We're all gonna die.
And it, I mean, I can understand if it was an honest mistake, but there was obviously clear line of fire of the enemy.
The problem with Kobe is that like he's so enthusiastic about it that it's hysterical, but you can only take so much of it till you get a headache.
Well, what I'm talking about is his decision. there was a line of fire from them to the front, right, of our position. He charged us up to the left, and they just charged in from behind and wiped everyone out.
See, now that sounds like a preacher thing to do.
It was a very blind move. And there was dudes that were like, "Guy, dude, what are you doing? We can't go that way. They're just gonna flank us," and they did.
What do you Plymouth you shall follow my example.
And it's like, dude, you just got everyone murdered. I watched, like there was no resistance. That's how fucked that unit was. I just saw like a shit ton
The
of
problem
people
with
just go down in
Preacher's regiment
seconds.
is that he's very aggressive to the point where if you know how to predict him, read his movements, you could actually lure him into a trap where you can annihilate his whole regiment, like his whole squad, just gone. And in events, it happens all the time where people actually hate his regiment because of that. It costs them.
Oh, is he part of that regiment?
He owns it.
Colby does?
But the other side of the coin is that if he attacks a player who's not fully skilled or ready, he can roll up the entire line. Where on Burnside Bridge, I was the arty officer,
Are you talking about Colby?
No, Preacher, you fucking cracker. So, So I was only able to get the cannons to do one barrage volley before he was already taking the entire team and just flooding it right up the hill to go north. And by the time I had a second round of cannon fire ready, they were already up the hill, so I couldn't even fire at anything because the enemy changed positions. It was ridiculous. And like the first 30 minutes of the map, we just couldn't do shit. Only one of the batteries was firing because they were confident enough not to hit friendlies, because they were actually dedicated arty.
That's usually how I play.
Like that's how you know your infantry squad is doing really good.
I mean, if I'm not driving a tank for Q and set, I'm usually doing arty. One man already show here.
I'm not dedicated arty, but I do like it from time to time, depending on the map or like the arty piece itself.
It all depends if there's arty on the map. Sometimes you can hit a map that doesn't have it at all. Well, excuse me, Mr. Levi.
You know, there was something good that came out of that, though. That one dude was playing Black Sabbath, so that's a thing. Through his microphone.
Oh, I love it when, like, we're brawling it out against.
It was the charging
regiment,
Confederates that were playing
and then you
it.
hear someone playing the song "Make a Man Out of You" from Mulan, the animated one. Like they just blast the song.
The
And it's so
actual
hysterical.
fucking Mulan movie. I know what you mean.
There's this one time in Foxhole where we built a whole bunch of tanks. This was like a few years ago.
Because that's all this fucking sword's good
And
for.
we had like almost everyone had a tank, and it's loaded up with people coming up. And the guy, there's this dude that was playing. You ever heard the Transformers theme from the 1980 movie with Lion?
Oh, the original series?
No, the movie.
Theme song?
The one that was made by Lion for the movie. The 80s metal band. He was blasting that while we were charging into the front line of the Colonials. Cause I was playing the Wardens.
We're fighting Confederates, not Colonials.
You didn't hear a thing I said, did you?
I heard some, but I am pretty tired and exhausted from work, so.
Right.
I did 2 10-hour shifts, back to back with no sleep.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I'd have a
People these
seizure.
days are getting out of their fucking minds, thinking humans don't have no rights to have any normal life.
you talking about, John?
People having to fucking work like they're fucking machines when they're not.
Right.
What I mean.
Some
They're
people
fucking
do it
humans.
willingly, though.
Yeah, that doesn't mean the whole fucking workforce has to do that.
I don't disagree.
Which
Fucking go, boys.
people?
Oh, man.
This guy over here saying Happy Friday, man.
It's Friday.
Our hero.
Friday night.
Don't fire. Steady.
What are you doing?
Fucking hold your fire.
We totally got
Hold your balls.
I just fucked over 2 Rambos trying to do a hard flank to pick us off.
Play hard.
I did a snapshot at the ones who instead of like aiming, it basically just like while you're in the process of aiming, you still fires at the well, you have to do it within like a meter.
Yeah, man.
But I got him in a headshot, and then I lured the other one.
Be quiet. Better than you guys, huh?
See, a lot of people forget about the excellent skill of running away with your position.
You see anything out there, Voodoo?
Forget that.
Discovery zone.
Fucking shot.
Oh, it's on the second.
Help you and cook.
He's hard. Friendly officer coming in.
Right.
Just get a load of
Some of
it.
us are super right.
A lot of these nerds.
I know.
Just wait, John. Just wait. Be calm. Be patient.
D-Day freaking invasion.
Yeah.
Set on the beach.
Hold your fire, boys.
Everyone's fire from the enemy.
Yeah, that was great.
That was funny.
Because just 3 guys are able to hold
Let's go, boys. Reload later. Let's go.
fire.
Gentlemen, we should not
It
have
was
to
just me
hurl
on
you
the
like you're a
beach
bunch of
doing
cattle. Come on,
firing
gentlemen.
while
You gotta move.
everyone else, even Q, Sat, they're all running around with the rest of the team, going
Seth
around.
back, by the way.
Well, I was just spraying bullets down on all of the things. Like
John's right. I found a defilade, and I said, John, lay here, and just keep drawing as much fire as you can and rake those mountains.
Every single gun position on the fucking mountain were just aiming towards me.
Yeah, this was on Omaha Beach map.
My mom got me
Keep on moving. Do not stop.
So it's got a big cliff side. And he did draw their fire. I think he got a couple of them, and we flanked around while most of them were distracted. He started to run out of ammo. Like, that's how long he lived for a long time. He died like a couple of times, but he survived much longer than everybody else did.
I died twice. I stayed on the beach half of the time because we still had enemies going from the other direction trying to do ring around.
Yeah.
So every time I see them freaking moving around because it doesn't have any of the markers on it or ally friendly, so I'm like, oh, that's an enemy. I'll just spray that area down. They say, no, here's some gunfire from the enemy gun emplacements too. Stop firing on their allies, but on me.
Yeah, he had multiple MGs firing on him. We were America, we were fighting against Germany, obviously. But he had like multiple
Is
MGs.
paintball legal in the UK or is it banned in Canada?
Move forward.
I mean,
Flag, stay
like
with
in
me.
Canada.
I heard that it was legal.
Infantry,
I
keep moving down the
heard
road
they're
to
trying
the
to
south.
take that
Keep
away
moving down the
too.
road to the south.
Yeah,
Don't
they're
stay on
heavily
the road.
taking it away because they're with by paintball players.
Gentlemen,
I
down
missed
the
the
road. Come on,
entire
right
charge,
south.
so good.
The paintball massacre. There was paint everywhere.
That's not the people you gotta watch out.
Yes. See, so they banned a whole line of paintball guns that are called also military live actions, like ones that are supposed to look like real guns. They reload like real guns, but
don't shoot.
like they can't chamber fire rounds.
Pull back,
So,
everybody, pull back.
all of those are banned. But the problem is 90 to 99% of the players that use those guns, those paintball guns, are the ones that actually play fair. They'll follow the rules. When they get hit, they'll call it, or they'll say they're bad, they'll just wipe them and cheat. If you're lower score they're even willing to take you on for their team and try to force you
Everybody hold fire, everybody turn around. Get to the white
Now
Jesus
that's
fuck.
Get
Yeah,
to the
move,
white
move,
fence.
move.
And now you're just
Move back,
letting
South
assholes.
Ohio.
Captain, let's go. Pull it back to the white fence. Everybody, pull it back to the white fence. Everybody, pull
Yeah,
it back to the
a
white
lot of
fence
people
now.
like give in to
Go.
some crazy ideas. Like, you know, people are like, stranger danger. Don't just trust someone if they come to talk to you.
The
It's like if a
the
dude's
Milsim-
gonna come to fuck you up, he's just gonna walk up and fuck you
Well,
up. He's
it's
not gonna
like
try to have
this.
a conversation.
It's like this. The Milsim player will see a kid who's just renting
Loads and
equipment
bayonets, loads and bayonets.
and
load up,
try to
load
have
up,
like
boys.
friends or like
Get some-
be like go there regularly so they can have some type of like unofficial team with other players. We'll try to help him and make him get better so that he actually becomes to the point where what I would fear. And I'm someone who actually goes against
Right here, boys,
military
right here,
people.
right
That was
here,
the
right
best
here, right
stat
here.
test ever.
So,
Oh, damn, I
like,
forgot
I
to
trained
reload.
on military
That may have been,
bases
yes.
to know how to
Loads and
shoot.
bayonets, gentlemen.
How
Loads and
many dudes I
bayonets.
fucking
So-
stabbed?
Why the fuck?
Then you have
Fire
people with
those
small guns, which are just rapid
Don't
fire
you calm
guns,
those fuckers down, gentlemen.
and they don't care. Like they'll see a
But
kid,
gentlemen,
and they, instead of seeing, oh, this could be impossible.
They're to our right, they're to our right.
They'll
They're
just see
to our
this
right.
kid,
They didn't know what the hell
These
happened.
motherfuckers dead. Come on.
So you're not really getting much of kind of like
Right, look behind. About face. Turn
You're not
around.
really
They're
getting
behind us. Come on.
like you're not getting much glory out of it as a fucking kid. Like I have a friend who does that with a glow stick that he calls a fucking lightsaber. That he uses for melee. An actual Vietnamese guy with a
Get the flag up there.
Vietnamese farm straw hat for the stereotypical Joe runs around with a toy lightsaber to get people. He can
What
do
is
that.
going on?
He's dead. They're behind us.
Take him out, boys. Get the flag
So-
up. Take him out.
Like,
Pick up the
yeah,
flag.
kids are
Line of fire.
shit, but if you train them up a bit and you
Get
get
there
the
and kill
fear
them
of getting
bastards.
hit out of their head, they are some of the most terrifying paintball players.
Yeah, get outside,
Because
guys.
they are so fucking small, you just can't keep up with them or keep track of them.
Alright.
What is going on?
Behind us.
Leave them
Everywhere.
out there.
Open the
Keep
fucking
firing.
door.
Here
Open the
and there.
fucking
Keep
door.
firing, boys. Keep
Used
firing.
to. I gave up
Shots on the
the
southwest.
firearms for more deadlier side of weaponry for hunting, so.
What's Seth up to?
Oh no, he's on Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Different.
He's simping for sexy dinos.
I was
SSD.
raised by a bunch of Marines.
Seth is SSD, simping for sexy dinos.
Well, he's
Move over here, guys. Move over here. Move over here, guys. Everybody, move over
I
here.
do
Move
think
over here, guys.
I
Right to
used to
the
go
white
like
fence.
50 caliber style.
What are we?
They were-
I mean,
they
are we
were
headed?
flanking
Are
us,
we
and
headed
now
to
they're
the
not.
southwest
the
or to
urban,
the
the
east?
urban one, and
What are you
find me a
guys
nice
saying?
good high rise.
We're just holding this ground, I think.
Yo, we did hold this wall over here.
Alright, hold fire. Flag.
Hold fire. What the problem is we don't have volume fire.
They're already just getting ready
The
to point
only
right
area
at
I
us.
was ever had
Bet
issues
they're gonna miss
with
us.
was always the trench warfare.
They're not gonna miss.
You'd be surprised.
See, my
They got
like
cannons,
guys,
because
okay,
I
so
worked
it's a
at
bit
Bear,
chaotic
I was an
right now,
assistant manager at a field and all that.
Ah,
I can help people get a discount.
Like,
Like I'll tell some people who want, like of course everybody doesn't want to pay for admission fees, they just want to go pay for
either
paintballs.
side, left,
So
and
like
right.
if
Does
it's
anyone
just
else
a
say
few
what they're
guys,
shooting
because
at?
the place was in central
Yeah, there's
Toronto,
Artie
so
up there.
some from ghettos, some Asians, some Jews, everywhere. I tell them, get some of your friends, classmates or whatever, if you come in a group of 10 or more, then
Everybody
they can
hold
give you
fire.
free admission so you
Everybody
don't
hold
have to
fire.
pay.
Hold fire. Get
If
ready.
you
Get
come in
ready to
20
move.
or more,
Everybody get ready
then
to
they
move.
could even
Everybody
clear it.
get
So
ready to
say
move on
like,
me. Everybody get ready to move
instead
on
of
me.
paying
Alright, everybody
$60
jump over
per
to the
case
white-
of 2,000,
To the
everybody
the
only
fence.
pays
No,
50
fucking
flat
wall. Over here,
with
wall.
no
Get to the
admission
wall.
fees.
Get to the wall.
Well,
Get
now
to the
they're
wall.
saying
Everybody
it's
get
$50.
East, let's go. East.
And because it's 20 people, they can have their own space privately. So if they don't want people joining them, they can just say, we don't want them joining. And
Company.
that's that.
Alright, get ready.
Ah, shit,
No.
you got hit.
Oh, maybe this or no. That's it. They said no. Not even the staff who works there can join.
You guys gotta listen to your orders.
But they'll gladly take the staff because then their whole group versus the staff.
I need the line to the right. I need the
Players
line
love
to the
fighting
right.
staff.
Here they come, boys. They're coming from the right flank.
We need an L.
Go
We
on,
need an
spread
L.
out.
Hey,
spread
John.
out.
Right, we need to
Right.
go right. Move with the
Our whole
line.
team is
Move with the
packed
line
into
right.
this area. And this guy's like, he already lining up on us. I bet they're gonna
Move
go.
right, boys. Move right. There they are, boys. There they are.
Hell yeah. That'd be good.
Guys, we need
It's alright. They're gonna hit somebody. You're bound to hit somebody. There's
If you
so many
have a
people.
mass of enemies in one area and they start lobbing around, they don't really have to aim. They just have to put rounds into that area and just let them get us.
Hold your horses. Don't you dare die.
Well, I can understand if it was like a flat spot and it was more tightly packed, but it's a kind of a, it's not a very small area and it's got a hill.
Continue firing away.
And there was dudes up on the hill too.
Get the flag up.
Who's gonna get the flag? Got it.
Yeah.
Anybody got a medic?
Lads, it's not that hard to die.
If I was in the game, I'd probably be hitting it.
Look, you just stand there.
Flag. Go left.
You just shoot him. It's not that
You
hard.
just shoot him, bruv. Keep shooting, boys.
Come on,
Of course,
don't
I
die
don't
on
have
me.
it downloaded because I really don't feel like playing that.
To our left.
What one?
They are flanking to our left.
I'd get back.
Where's the CO? This is a hot
get behind
situation.
that.
Just
right
hold
now.
the
I'm not
line.
gonna
You got
lie.
reinforcements
other
coming. You
flag's
got
down.
reinforcements coming. Hold, boys. You gotta hold.
Like a
Lads,
COD mission.
don't fucking,
Oh, you're talking
if
about
you need
Loose?
to, crouch on the fucking wall because
You got reinforcements
Chris
coming. You
Jones.
guys
Dude,
gotta
you
hold.
guys are
Reinforcements are on the way.
Crouch. It's too
Lot of-
fucking hot.
Crouch,
No one can really handle right
Dude,
Stay
there's
the
like
fuck
6
down.
left of us.
Don't die.
On the flag.
It's
So I just
alright,
stand
boys.
there.
Come on, keep
They're gonna shoot me in the face.
Hold the line.
Pick up that flag. That guy just died. I'm not gonna be able to do it.
I know my code of conduct
Dude,
I have.
are you sure we should be staying
Since I
here?
left the military.
Yeah, we got the
There's They're charging. They're charging.
One of the reasons why I don't join the military is because I couldn't handle incompetence where, like, say if my officer got us into, like, tried to push us into a very clearly obvious ambush that can be seen if you just took 5 minutes of looking around and 1 minute of thinking, I would shoot him in the head. I would just shoot him.
Dude, our military, that's different. You have the right, no matter what rank you are. If you think the orders that you see seem unfit, you don't have to follow those orders. You can tell your commanding officer off right off the bat if you think it's an unfit order of the military.
Like rounding up a bunch of people in church and burning them, even if you agree with it.
Hold fire. Hold
Anything.
right here. Hold right here, guys.
If
Reload.
it is
Reload.
not-
Alright, that's okay, guys.
Reload the bayonets. Hold right here, gentlemen.
Hold
Don't
right
get
here.
off.
Hold here.
It's okay.
You know it's not supposed to be.
Loads and
You can
bayonets.
say no
Loads
straight
and
off the bat
bayonets.
and don't even
Don't
follow
worry
the
about
rules.
it.
here, boys. Come on.
And you can bring it up to someone higher than they are and tell them.
Yo, crazy, we had some boys charge the artillery.
I don't think ours
white
has
kid
that.
fucking
I know.
assholes.
I know. That's why we're gonna go and
Pretty
reinforce
much
the
signed
artillery right now.
My one friend, he can't even
All right,
talk
let's go.
about
hold
politics,
hands.
man.
Let's go
The way how I
reinforce
get,
the
like, I
artillery.
get him to confess
Let's go,
about
boys,
certain
let's
shit,
go.
like,
Ladies
especially
and gentlemen, let's go.
Chinese
Northwest.
troops training on our military bases.
Gonna hold it right here.
Like, you have to
reform
word it in a way so that his
Northwest, right?
reaction will give it out, because he can't just talk.
Yeah. America's one of the few places where you have at least some degree of
Alright.
freedom of speech.
Follow the lines.
Well,
But,
Hurry up, let's go.
but when
if
it comes
they
to the
try to take
military,
it,
I don't
You're a
know
girl
a
gamer,
whole
why
lot
would I
about
listen to you?
going to the military, so that's kind of interesting.
It's what our government is doing right now is sending troops into Africa to fight Boko Haram, basically African ISIS, and they're shorting them to the point where they only have
Doesn't
1/3
fucking
of
matter.
their ammo going in.
Just
because
shoot
they're
'em.
trying to penny pinch, and it's like you can't do that when you're fighting radicals like this, because any female that gets captured, she's gonna become a sex slave. Like that's it. If they keep her alive, it's because she's a sex slave. The guys are dead, obviously, but like, is that what you
Got a
want
solo
for your
person on the left.
to have to go deal with that?
Alfazi.
And yeah, the next
Build
next
directly
best thing is they
beside
get
us.
Stockholm
Hey,
syndrome and join
execution
them. Oh boy.
No, they will get Stockholm.
And this is why
It
I
can happen
said-
though, and it has happened before in the past. There have been
Yeah, but
women
this
in the
is-
past
this
that
is
have
different.
joined.
You're talking about ISIS. This is African ISIS. It's not. the
That's
same.
okay, that's okay.
This is.
Just keep following the lines, gentlemen.
It's different. When you start getting into it, it's different. On the broad spectrum, it's the same, but once you get in, it's like why not all Iraqis are Iranians or are
No.
all
So
Iranians
you're
are
going to
I'm
so you're
American,
going
I
to
do
tell
not
me that it's
move.
not possible for
I sit
someone to have
stationary.
Stockholm syndrome and join another terrorist group like has been seen before?
not a Canadian non-Muslim troop
Right
like
here,
that.
boys, right here.
I'm
Become a sex
American,
slave.
just like a
But
They're all powered
but
to
what
the
you're saying
road,
about
fellas.
cases
Okay,
where
guys,
there's British
keep
people.
on shooting, keep on shooting.
No, okay, this story came out. a
Use
week
these
ago, my
rocks,
girlfriend
use
told
these
me
rocks.
this
That's
American
right.
girl was complaining because she was
Go for the flag.
gave up her citizenship so she can go marry a Muslim ISIS fighter over in the east. Now she's in a refugee camp because she's not allowed back into the country because she's denied as a traitor, and she can't stay in the Middle East because ISIS is trying to kill her because she called them.
We're surrounded.
All right, guys, we're moving. Let's go.
You got more
Now she's stuck
Moving
in
to
a
the
limbo,
west,
and no one cares.
Swing it.
Oh hell yeah! I got that Rambo dude in the first shot.
I mean, it is her fault for betraying both her country and then her culture.
Well, at least it's not like that girl that was held captive for like a very long time by those similar terrorists, and then she joined them out of Stockholm. That's a little different. But I don't remember what happened though. I think they recovered that lady, but I don't. She didn't remember much about her past life, but I don't remember if she ever recovered from it. It's been forever since I've heard that story. It's been. It's kind of disturbing.
People, education is not the prime focus of their cultural advancement anymore.
Well, that's why they're a third world country.
They're shattered, so they can't be a threat to the West. If they're busy infighting, then they can't unite to fight us.
Even if they did unite it, they still their economy is still.
Let's go.
Second US this way, second
Kill
US.
as many as you can as
There's oh yeah, we're shattered, but compared to them, all you have to do is just point out one simple thing about Muhammad, and it's not even like it's anything racist. It's just when he was born, or something, and you will divide the entire Muslim world between Shia and Sunni. Like they are that fractious about it.
Oh, it's Black Sabbath again. But this time it's on our team.
Stupid as can be.
I find it retarded when Christians and Catholics fight over the same shit. It's like,
No,
you're arguing
exactly.
about the same thing. It's like the only difference is that Christians don't care about Mary, but they acknowledge Mary, whereas Catholics love and worship Mary.
And acknowledge Jesus.
Well, part of those divides come from depending on who's preaching.
There's that too, yes.
Because some people, instead of just going off of it, they'll also go off of what they're told. Like, I grew up in the church, and I had a few situations where the preacher would say something, and then they would immediately just take it to heart, and it's like, I grew up studying it. And there's like some of those things are just kind of awkward for me.
Yeah, my grandma had me,
So I usually keep my mouth shut because I don't like getting into no. That's not true because it's a lie.
To make sure
It's
they're
like,
going to be
yeah,
taking
but
losses
this
no
Bible
time.
says this.
Loads and bayonets, get ready. We're going to be moving out soon.
Loads and
Granny
bayonets.
had me follow, or...
God damn it, you know, with you guys, I don't need my bullets. All I need is my sword.
Right shoulder shift.
All right, double
I'll
quick.
keep 3 bullets.
Sprint to catch up if you're doing this shit still. Let's go. Move it out. Let's go.
Go,
Keep the
gentlemen,
colors
let's go.
moving. Let's go.
These
I'm
officers just shot their.
Like, to me, every single religion is all the same, technically. They all technically talk about the same motherfucking story.
Yeah, that's what my grandmother would talk about.
Straight to almost to a T.
For the Turkish leader is trying to rebuild the Ottoman Empire.
Never let you down.
And Israel is
never
doing
let you
low-key, technically illegal airstrikes by using their modified American stealth jet to bypass the latest Russian S-400 anti-air rocket system, bypassing through
the other regiment just to walk directly.
only to fucking hit Turkey.
Some of them are pretty eager to get
like
up.
certain strikes and shit just to piss them off.
Boys, drift a little further right.
It's like
Drift a little
fucking
further right.
Israel. What a bunch of trolls.
Yes, I want to be the first to die.
At this point, there's a lot of people that wants more money, and what does war bring? Money. But it can bring
It's been a while since Israel's in a defensive war, isn't it?
technically they're doing offensive strikes, but it is to help curve for
I don't
future
know what
defensive
I've been
wars.
told.
Maybe they just got tired of waiting for another one to show up.
Rebel pussy is pretty
They're
cool.
like,
It's
ah,
basically because it's Turkey and Muslims, no
Mama
one
and
really
Papa was
cares.
laying in bed.
But as long as they don't go sparking an actual full-out war, then America doesn't give a fuck.
what do they call them? Microaggressions? Isn't that what it's called? Where they make minor movements that don't break out in war, but it's definitely some form of conflict.
Proxy war?
Yeah, I watched the movie.
Proxy war is when you take another country involved with your ideology and send them out.
They're doing air raid operations
Like north
to
and south.
destabilize the enemy.
Going northeast. Do not stop here. This is not the plan. Keep following Kobe and Crazy Eyes down there north. Keep following down the line, guys.
Like, for example, in Vietnam, Russia created all that, helped encourage the situation. They created a proxy war with America. directly
Stop.
there,
Keep
right?
on moving.
Guy.
If you fired your gun, that's on you.
First,
You're a
the
fucking
Chinese
retard.
helped
Go.
us,
Keep on moving down
helped the
the
Vietnamese more than
No, I had to put that boy out of
And
his
who
misery.
helped the Chinese?
Let's go, gentlemen.
Okay,
Let's go.
but this is Vietnam right now. Also, it's
You need to all
that was
keep
about
discharged.
the French failing to be able to control their.
And there was also
culture.
Koreans
My,
too.
my girlfriend's family are exiles from that, refugees from the north. So
There was
yeah, the French
also
were
Koreans in
more
Vietnam and
Yeah.
Russian soldiers there too.
Vietnamese actually feared the veteran US troops because of how dangerous they were.
America had
Oh, hey,
to go
Trev.
in because France fucking plundered it. So America had to go in. It was given two options. It can either basically help the Asian version of what it was during, like with America and shit.
Sorry about that.
Because it was the same thing, just
Hold the fence! Hold the fence!
or even its ally, the CIA. chose
Hold the fence, boys! Take the fence and shoot at him! They're to the south along the road.
Hit him, boys. Hit him, boys.
Pour it into him,
You
boys.
said
South along the road.
See what France got rid of? Yeah. France
They're on the
is
south road.
ethically approved by
I am so glad I missed that shot.
Florin, don't interrupt. What?
Alright, everybody move to the white fence.
Ooh,
Next
we
white
got
fence,
something
let's go.
going.
Get next white fence, independent fire. Let's go. Keep moving.
There's gonna be some rebels coming up on behind us.
Yeah, there's gonna be some rebels coming up behind us.
I didn't see
I'll
that.
look
I
out,
know
I'll
they were
look.
trying to push their military advancement. They just beat India for fourth place.
Rebel, come
On
on.
the fence, let him
Rebel,
on the
come
fence,
on.
let him on the fence.
Oh, it is.
Go, guys.
They lost it to India, but they're
Reform on the fence, boys.
humiliated, so now they're trying to regain it.
Reform
So
on the
they're
fence.
trying to back, and now they're trying to water.
just want to know if
Alright.
you vote with the B1
Doug, you ready?
Charles
No.
Yeah. You ready to go?
aka more fucking
Let's go, boys!
basically intentional tank.
Go, gentlemen, let's go, let's go, let's
Oh,
go.
we're going.
We got Ramp going in the corn.
I care about modern armor.
Independent fire, guys.
Kind of like how Putin and Russia were, like Putin and Russia were
Independence Day
flaunting
fire.
their modern T-14 Armada tanks, yet one of the biggest drawbacks
Release
is
your
that
loads,
like,
boys.
Start shooting. Everybody get back up. Back
Fuck.
from the,
It's
I'm gonna
weaker
tell
than
you,
other
get back up
tanks.
from the cat.
Sure, yeah, they're created body.
Get out of the cat.
It's just a battery. It's just a battery.
And in fact, I think I remember that the
Everybody back up. Everybody back up. Back up.
Yo,
Up and over, charge the boys.
Everybody pull back.
Up and over, boys. Up and over, boys. Up and over.
Even if you make dirt cheap tanks, it just makes it easier to blow up. And so, just a simple six rockets.
the history also be that you know how Britain was lending tanks to Russia during the early Second World War.
What are they going on in there?
How do you lose so many people?
Basically, Russia was prepared for this just before the US came in.
want some?
You Russia was prepared to lend T-34s
That was
to
fucking
Britain.
awesome.
Fucking regiments ran off on
That would be a very
break your ears,
interesting.
press R.
Yeah,
Well,
but
there
the
was
British
one-
had their own shit.
There was for a
No,
long
and-
time where they thought that USA and Britain would go to war together against each other.
Well, there was tension between the U.S. and the Brits.
Yeah, there's war games
Yeah,
for it too.
but then Hitler came and
Have
then
we moved out?
War
Where do we
Plan
go?
Red went to
Shit.
shit.
Gotta get out of here, dude.
Even
Well,
Hitler
it
was,
wasn't-
was curious about that.
It wasn't really Hitler that made that one a fuck over. It was technically when the
Well,
Japanese Pearl.
yeah, the
did
World War
Pearl
II.
Harbor.
Sorry, I was just taking a Canadian liberal stance, but yeah, World War II, all of that. But
Well,
that was
some
when
of those
the US
tensions are a
came
little
out
bit
of
after
isolation and went into the war fully.
some of those British tensions were a little bit after World War II as well, wasn't it?
Well, there
No.
was still some tensions, but not as much of like it was before.
no, and yeah,
Yeah, that's
anything
true.
that any thoughts or feelings that were felt before going into war were pretty much gone after the war, because of just how bad the war was. It just changed the mindset and
And the
everything.
fact
I can tell you one thing that some people probably would have thought of is they were probably pissed off at what's his name, Montgomery, the guy that landed in the northern beach of Normandy.
Montgomery, the guy who also did Operation. What do you call it?
Montgomery.
It was Montgomery, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was
know why?
Montgomery. He sat on his ass a lot. Majority of that invasion.
Yeah, he was supposed
quite
to.
hated.
When he came up onto that beach, they had little to no resistance, and there's camera footage of them
And he
and
was
of them just
supposed to
chilling
push
out
it
there for like a
and
week.
relieve.
And it was
Yeah,
also
he had an easy one. Canadians had to pull out, fucking bloodied it out.
Yeah,
Don't
Canadians
forget
went through
Scottish and
Omaha
Irish.
like the U.S. did,
Scottish and Irish unit
There was the other places too.
including the
Yeah.
5th Canadian Armored, which is one of the most famous armored divisions.
and as well as the fucking Scottish Highlanders.
Independent fire!
Group.
Independent
They
fire!
were meant-
Shoot
originally
their flags
meant to
down!
support the
I
Americans.
want you, officer! Get
The
over
back
here!
by
Come on, you
Montgomery.
boy!
Ah,
Come
stab
on,
him!
boy!
Fucking Highlanders. were
Well,
in the-
Come on,
Officers down,
you see,
independent fire!
Montgomery's job was supposed to push into the next town as soon as he took the beach, and then they would all converge on it together. But he didn't. He just chilled out on the beach and just hung out.
Over the wall. Yeah, like
He was supposed to meet up with some paratroopers, but he never did.
I'm huge for because my family fought for both emperors, so I'm huge for the like Napoleon side. But I
Right.
love the fucking Highlanders in Napoleonic War. Like they were fucking OP.
even in the Highlanders,
Got
no
gang
fucking
skirmish.
in the Second World War. They were mostly with the 8th Army, but they were also with other detachments with the Canadians as well.
You can tell us about it if you want to, Chief. I'm all ears.
Family was part of the
Did-
100-Year War.
They mainly got their reputation in Spain because that's where they were mainly deployed. But they were able to slap around France's generals and just their troops just from their sheer quality and the fact that you can't really kill Scott that well. So just because, yeah, you
Almost by
may
taking
outnumber
out Berserker.
him, but then again, that's just numbers. He can still beat the fuck out of you or kill you with one swing of the club from his butt of his gun. And in the end, if you want to kill him with your hands, you still have to get there. So let's see who can shoot better. And because the British Expeditionary Army was top prime tier of the world, he's gonna outshoot you before you outshoot him.
And they're pretty good marksmen too.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Well, Wellington
there's
made sure
gunners and then there's marksmen.
Yeah, there's different, but Wellington drilled his army to the point where, like, it's
All the gunners were like marksmen anyways.
pretty much. In the end, it didn't really matter what you were, because you're going to be there fighting French and helping Spanish, so it was pretty much easy. If you get lost, that's fine. Just find your way to a local Spanish town. They'll help you.
Oh, come here.
Oh, you lit.
Just give
You
your
lost?
accent.
No, wait.
That's all you need. Just give your accent. Oh, he's a British. That way.
Hello. Oh, that way.
Although for to be a Frenchman, no. You better hope you don't get captured alive, because you're gonna be tortured to death.
Oh, hello. I'm not the French.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You almost ate that one, bro. I don't know why, but for whatever reason I
Who are you
got out of
guys up
melee
to?
mode without pressing V.
Excellent.
Dude, it glitches so bad. It's not your bad. Just know, Willie Fraud to the rescue.
Americans robbed the Italian campaign from us. We were the ones who liberated Rome, and they stole it from us.
Well, yeah, mostly.
You said something about the Napoleonic Wars?
No.
World War II Italian campaign. It's mostly
Going to Hitler's boot.
Yeah.
British.
Yeah, the British and it was a British and Canadian push from the south, and then we're the ones who took over Rome, while the British were securing the right flank.
It was basically mixed between.
Well, something similar happened with France, but I don't remember who was involved. I have to go
British
back and
infantry and British
follow.
armor mixed with Canadian infantry.
Yeah, it was mixed with in France. It was mixed.
Well, you see, here's the thing: is you can't blame America for that because that was the British's decision. They're the ones that decided to keep going. They ordered their troops to not stop.
This is Americans. This was America's fault.
America came in afterwards, and they were the ones that got to be there for the cameras.
Fake news. Big news.
I mean, come on. You just liberated a town. It's a ghost town.
It's Rome. It's not town.
You're either
it's
gonna have to
Rome.
sit there and wait
The
for everyone to
Americans
come out.
only captured
I'm talking about
that
France
place,
and
like,
Rome.
where
The Americans came in later, but that's whenever everyone wasn't like hiding.
Yo, real shit. Like America gets in World War II after everybody, like, just look how like the casualties America took going into both world wars.
There's one behind a
Like
tree.
you'd think they would learn
There's
something
more
from
coming up
the other
behind him.
nations. Nah, first day in 10,000
That
casualties.
guy right there.
Anyways, my point is
Where did
that
that come from?
the troops were ordered
Hey,
not
we're
to
friendlies
stop
over here.
into
We're
the
friendly, we're
Rome
friendlies.
or France. They were
They're coming
ordered
up on
to
us.
keep going. They weren't allowed
Friendly,
to
friendly.
stop.
They're coming up. Enemies
No,
coming
they were.
northwest.
They'll be able to keep
Look
on
down the
moving.
hill.
Well, that
North
was
and northwest
their
and
own
west.
That was their own.
Oh shit!
It was
He's
the
to the left.
leader's decision.
There was the actual the main Nazi base was actually in front of
Boy,
us.
stand alone. Do not let that flag go in the fucking mess. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream.
Come on,
Come on, boys. More fire on the left over here.
And it's starting to get funny hearing this guy yell at these guys going to the house. He's just babysitting those people.
Oh, just Stonewall, boys.
Just let him stay in there. It's just like two dudes anyway. You gotta go in there.
Not let them get the Stonewall, boys. You better go in.
Watch out, boys. We still got respawns. We still got respawns.
We're right.
You kill them once, they're not coming back.
It's like, dude, you got bigger issues to worry about. You don't need to waste your time on me accompanying this one.
Move to the right. We need Ben on the right. Ben on the right.
It can be, yeah.
Pick up the flags quickly.
I was
Hey,
in
don't
a
worry about the flag.
Confederate regiment, and the officer was too lazy to get off his ass and do recruiting and do what he should.
I prefer hold
But
fast.
he would bust my balls if I was playing on a fucking Union Ridge.
Well, I wasn't talking about that. I was referring to like in the game. You're gonna have people that are kind of bad at their job, and they're gonna get you killed, and they'll be pricks about it sometimes. That's what I was thinking about. But the other percent
Alright,
of the
bayonets
time,
and go,
it's
bayonets and go,
hilarious.
we're going
It's
back.
crazy shit.
All right, bayonets and go,
Bayonets and go.
gentlemen. Just press the
Oh,
button.
music they play.
Bayonets and go. Do not load. Get your bayonets and go. Do not load. Get your bayonets and go.
Yeah, there
Bayonets
it
and
is.
go. Do not load your gun.
I played on it not long
That's
ago.
the only thing you can equip.
There's still people that play it.
Do not load.
Can't get it now
Bayonets
'cause
and
of
go.
money.
All that complaining about not reloading.
I got it for like $1 because it was on sale.
Ready to stab, sir.
Really good sales and
This
shit
dude
here.
just said, "Ready to stab, sir." Stupid. That's why. That's why that's a good thing.
Fucking. That's also at the moment that Dying Light 2 came out. The original meant to be on Game Pass as well. Nothing yet.
Yeah, I don't mess with none of that.
You should. you get access to a bunch of games that you don't have to pay for.
Sure,
Come on, boys.
sometimes
We gotta
go
go kill
off,
them. We won
like,
this game. We just gotta kill the rest of
Yeah,
them, boys.
but
They have
the
no more
funnier
spawns.
part is I already have all those games. I'm like,
I'm
Put
gonna
your
scout.
bayonet
Game Pass
directly into the rebel
because
belly, boys.
Well, then Game Pass isn't for you, but for someone like me or another, it's preferred.
Yeah, but like Dynamite too.
like I started well, I had it at first, but I'm like I started laughing because I already own those games, and then they're like, oh, PC games now on Xbox Game Pass. I'm like, it's already been there for some time. What the fuck are you talking about? I've been playing this sucker since Xbox, the original Xbox came out.
The acquisition wars has gone down, so now in the gaming community, but like you
Let's
see how
clear 'em
all
out,
these gaming
boys.
corporations are being bought out.
Search every nook and
'cause
cranny
Sony and
for these
Microsoft are
cockroaches.
big boys.
Mhm.
Now
Keep
I'm
going.
not
Find
buying
every
anyone
single
who's
one
a
of these
small boy.
cockroaches, please.
You see, people only bought Bungie. People actually, a lot of people did go off their Xboxes because Bungie used to hold the rights to Halo, and they're still thinking Bungie still has power over Halo. Really don't.
Well, not really. They don't think that. A lot of them don't. They're just getting fed up with Xbox. I play Xbox, so I know what you're saying.
So do I.
One of the reasons that made me drop $2,500 on this PC and shit is because I got tired of the boring ass games. Like it's mostly all being driven to PvP, heavy PvP focus. And
I
it's
don't like that.
Like in Space Engineers or Conan, I
need your help. Oh, you got it. Right next to you. Okay. You need to piss on these flags right now. Every
Call of
single
Duty
one
is
right now.
straight
I need
PvP. It's
to
not
piss
like
on these rebel flags.
you and a whole bunch of others versus
Yeah, anything running in the
bots. No,
background?
straight PvP.
No.
Like it's boring.
I got my Xbox.
Actually, yes,
Yeah,
I
I
do.
agree.
Thank you.
It got my cousin that way now because he's always want to do that. I'm like, why do you always want to do PvP? That's so fucking boring. It's just the same thing over and fucking over. He's like, that's the same with PvE. I'm all like, you can change it around. The harder they get, the smarter they are.
You know, it's like it's actually getting worse with games. It's just mostly me just seeing either the same repeat of a PvP game, just either the same concept just reskinned, or they try something new and it turns out to be shitty.
Usually how it is.
See, I got so fucking fed up with seeing Space Engineer server after another go to shit, or being run by shit admins and owners who just flood it with mods till it can't be played anymore. So now I'm getting my own server for that. And
I used
like,
to.
it, I can show you the template for what I have, but it's basically going to be faction war, but like there's going to be a republic mirror type of Roman thing, pirate factions, others.
See, I'm playing on my own right now, but I'm just doing where I'm working on this one planet. I'm thinking if I can get it right, where I already build a city in one zone, build another city, and make those two different factions. Production and all that crap.
Yeah. Well, I'm.
That'd be really interesting. Stay on one planet. Who controls what?
Or do I control what?
Or am I going to be the god and be a